Yo, what's up, everybody? How are we doing? Yo, what's up, Miguel? I'm trying to fix something with the OBS to see if maybe I can display the chat on screen, but I'm not sure how to do that properly. Alright, I think that does it. Alright, great. Let me know if that bothers people on the screen, so I can just take it out. Yeah, the stream always has a bit of delay, so I think that's normal. Alright. I'm gonna veto Carmel and Enlightened Horizon. I don't want to play those maps for this particular stream. Now let's get back to Conq. So I tested this a bit yesterday, on yesterday's stream, and it seems alright, the English fast castle. But I think there are some matchups where it will not be as effective as I think. I need to figure that out on these matches. We will see. But I was taking a look at the farm buffs, and that 5% buff that they gave English, I think it's actually pretty big, because I was looking at the AoE 4 calculator, and it seems in Dark Age English farms they gather food almost as fast as if you were gathering deer, and that is in Dark Age. In Feudal and Castle Age they gather faster. So that seems pretty broken. Or not broken, but at least interesting. We'll see how it goes. Sunken lens. You can take deer, but the problem with that is that with English you wanna plan your base placement, and whenever you go for deer, then your mill is placed in a weird spot where maybe you can't place your farms properly. So I mean, that's not much of an issue, but it's still just safer to just go for farms, because the idea with this build is that your base is so compact that the opponent does not have anywhere to raid or to attack. What's up, Rob? I think this thing bugged out. I think my opponent left and it just left me here. We'll just have to wait. Yeah, I think he did run away. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, English farms are looking pretty good. The other thing is, people are expecting 2TC. Worst maps. Wait, why do I have these maps here? I think the worst maps for this did it freeze? Let me know if it comes back. I think worst maps for this build are the ones that have a lot of food. So for example, Carmel, because you are taking advantage of farms while your opponent is running out of. Wow, Byzantines is a terrible matchup for English. We'll see how that goes. So the worst maps for this are the ones that have a lot of food. Because you want to take advantage of your farms while your opponent has to go out for deer or berries or whatever. And farms last forever, so if your opponent runs out of food and you're still on your base, then you will have an opportunity to raid your opponent with other knights or whatever. Well, my gold is like 10 kilometers away from my base. It's actually outside of TC range, which is pretty bad for me. I don't know if that always happens on this map, but that's a pretty rough disadvantage. So for example, let's say these deer are not under TC range, so if I went for this deer, then my opponent has a place where he can attack my food. But with this build, I just make farms, like, let's say around here, and then I place my white tower here, and then I have farms, gold, and wood protected completely. So the idea is just to close yourself up with the white tower, and then you can do whatever you want on the map, because you don't have to worry about defending yourself. That's the idea behind it, but with Byzantines it's pretty rough, because they get so much better economy than English that that will probably not matter as much. I think the best thing to rebalance your economy is not to go for a market straight away, but to just move villagers around. Because when you use the market too much, you're actually losing resources. I'm gonna place, so let's see, it's 4 tiles. Yeah. I mean, if you're floating like a ton of gold, then yeah, you can go for a market. Yesterday, I think I was just too focused on microing, and I didn't have time to move my villagers around. Okay. I think he's going for a second town center. He probably thinks that I'm going for a second town center myself. That's not the case. Okay, didn't want to go that way. Oh my god, that's not good. Yeah, he's definitely going for a second TC. I'm gonna leave my scout here to see where their villagers go. I wonder if he's going for second TC on his berries. I don't think so, but we'll see. Not sure what he's going for. Actually, no. I'm pretty sure he went for a second TC, I just don't know where exactly. I don't want to lose that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so what do we do here? I think we go for a bunch of knights, even though he has limit on A. Got his scout, that is perfect. So now you can see where, if he comes to raid, there's nothing to raid. My farms are protected, my gold and my wood. So that is the strength of this build. Now he has to defend himself while I gather relics. He's trying to get to castle fast, not gonna let him. Actually, I'm gonna cancel this. Oh, he has no longbows. Okay, I don't want to lose anything. Where's my stone? Here it is. Ooh. And the cool thing is I can even start producing crossbows. That way I can scale into stone, so I can make my second TC. Because if I make longbows, even though he has spears, I will not have enough wood to make my second TC. He's trying to go for cataphracts, which is great because I'm already making crossbows. It's a great hit. Nice. Now he's in trouble because he doesn't have any... There we go. Pretty easy. I'm not sure if... I don't know if there's fake sass. I don't think I can beat sass at all, so I don't think this is him. But yeah, this build is pretty good. I don't know why he went for 2TC. Maybe he wanted to take advantage of the high amount of food that there's on this map. But yeah, I think the AoE for world overlay is broken. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. Still learning. Yeah, I agree. English right now is not very good. I assure you that even though he was under pressure the whole time and I had a bunch of relics and I never moved a villager, I assure you that if we take a look at the resources gathered, he will be way ahead of me. Yeah, look at that. Of course he was 2TC, but he was moving villagers around the whole time. I'm not sure what cistern. Yeah, he was cistern level 4. This is pretty much 20 something percent. Yeah, 22% gathering speed. So imagine if I was Ruth on this same scenario where I was castle, I was harassing with knights, and he was a feudal 2TC. I think I would be way ahead on resources gathered just because it's Rus instead of English. But the good thing is that, yeah, look at how compact my base is. Like, if I was against a French player, for example, if he wanted to raid here, he would lose a bunch of knights just because the white tower is here. And of course the wood line is protected, everything is protected. This one is a pretty, I think this is the safest build I've ever come up with. And the other thing is that if you're going up against a greedy guy like this one, you can even go up with the other landmark if you're not expecting aggression with the town center. And now you don't have to mine stone for a second town center. You already have 2 town centers just from aging up, and then you just build 2 stables and do exactly the same thing. Pump out knights, harass with the king, and you're scaling up into economy with the second town center. So yeah, pretty good. I think I stopped making villagers for some time. Probably was too busy microing on the other side. Yeah, look at that. That's the other thing, that if you're losing HP on your knights, just send them back to the Abbey of Kings to heal them back, and then you don't lose anything. Even though he was making just limit and A, which are supposed to be the counter, I can just charge into them. When they're low, I just go back, heal, and then go back to raid. So yeah, that's it. Pretty good build. Yeah, I want to show you guys something. Let me see if I can put it up. Yeah. So take a look at this. So yeah, if you want, you can try to snipe me. That would be cool. So this is something pretty interesting. I've never actually checked the farm gathering rate of English, but now that they got buffed by a little bit, take a look at this. So sheep is 37 food per minute, berries is the lowest with 33, and deer is 41.7. English farms are even higher than deer in feudal age after the buff. And when we are on Castle Age, I think somebody dodged. When we are on Castle Age, that goes up to 45, which is, I think, almost as good as the boar. Something I forgot to do on the last game is to research horticulture, which bumps it up to almost 50 food per minute. So you can have 8 farms and 2 guys on sheep, and just with those 10 on food, you can constantly produce knights and villagers from your town center and your white tower, even though the white tower produces units faster than normal. So that is something pretty interesting to look at. So I think the strength of this build is not really the economy, because it's not, it's just how safe your base can get. Dry Arabia. Oh man, I'm getting all the S tier civs. Yeah, definitely. You can just focus on microing on the front end. I'm gonna try a weird pathing here with my scout because I don't want to run into his. Where's my gold? Front gold. Interesting. Well, I'm not finding any sheep. The worst thing about going, I guess China, is that you don't really know if he saw your scout because their scouts have more vision range. So you never know if you're running behind his scout. Yeah, I'll definitely need my white tower here because that's pretty much front everything. He has double gold on the back. Good to see. Yeah, his pawn is incredibly crazy. All right. Yeah, that's a Marine Lord spawn. Okay, 6 sheep. Not bad, not good, but I don't need that many sheep anyways. That was an incredibly fast day shot. What's up, Christian? He most probably will go prof scouts. We'll see. Scout is there. Let's see what he's doing. I think he's for now scaling into Imperial officers, which is the standard thing to do. But I need to see if he's making any production buildings. Not that I've seen one for now. Yeah, I need to know. For now, he's just scaling into IOs, by the looks of it. Okay, he's probably going for professional scouts. Yeah, I'm gonna start harassing that just so he can't take that as easily. No gold. Yeah, he's trying to run now because he saw my king. It's now going to this one. Let's go for white tower. Here we go. He's not getting any deer yet. I think he got a one. Okay, that's a lot of spearmen. No gold yet. Because he has so many spearmen, I think I'm gonna... I'll probably make some... Oh, he lost me because of the stealth forest. Okay. I'm getting relics. I'll send this guy back for now. That's the cool thing about knights, is that they destroy feudal spearmen. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I didn't want him to go that way. He's not getting any gold. Gotta run with this one. He lost a lot there. Ooh, I'm housed. Don't know how long ago. Now we go for a second TC. And now we start scaling into crossbows. He's trying to take this deer. I'm not gonna let him. Ooh. Two more. Okay, I feel good with that. Now we start making crossbows from here. I think he's trying to take that as well. Oh, he's trying to move this way. Let's see. I'll start moving my eco back here instead of there. Forgot all my... Okay, that is bad. Actually not as bad as I thought. Okay. Not bad. He hasn't taken any relics, so that's good for me. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, he's just taking a beating on that army. That is pretty good for me. He can't handle to raid and attack me at the same time, by the looks of it. do this and this. This is the great thing about knights, is that you always maintain your opponent on the back foot. I'm gonna start scaling into men at arms. I don't want to lose those knights. There we go. Now we go to the front. I think that might be bad for him. Let's see. Nice. It's looking green for him. I've been 2TC this whole time, and he has lost a lot of bills. Yeah, there we go. The thing about China is there is a moment in there is a moment where he runs out of food and he has to make a farm transition, as you can see here. Whenever that happens, he cannot produce any units because these farms are expensive as fuck. He didn't even have Barbican, so he couldn't make the granary. So what he did there is he got a bunch of deer. So he even got my deer. He got one from this side. Actually, he didn't get any from here, but he got both his deer, and he got 5 from here, or 4, because this one's dead. And whenever that deer runs out, if you remember, this was the mill where he was transferring his deers. There's no deer left. There's just 2 deer carcasses here. And after that big push, he didn't have enough food to reproduce his army. So I think he wanted. I think he thought that I was 3 TC when he went for the push, because he didn't see my tower, my white tower. He just saw my second TC. I think he probably felt that he needed to win with that push, but it's pretty much impossible when my base is so compact. And I even could have done it a little bit better by putting the Abbey of Kings on the other side, and these farms could have been behind my white tower here, and that would have been much better. Imagine trying to push into that, like a white tower here and farms behind. Whenever he lost that push, then it was just GG, because I was just way too ahead. Let's see the economy. This is what I mean, like even though I was ahead the whole time in villagers and in farms and in the idle time, look at how my economy looks compared to China economy. English is still, I mean, English is awesome, but compared to the S tier civs, it's just rough. He did get a lot of villagers though. And he was just 1 TC. Yeah, China, I think China is the strongest civ right now. The thing is, China is too hard to play. There are too many things that you need to learn, and even micro intensive because of the IOs and everything. So yeah, he played well with the professional scouts, but he took way too much damage with my knights, and he let me have 4 relics in the end, and full control of the sacred sites. This is the thing that because people play English as a 2TC civ in feudal always, people are already used to English not having any relics. So whenever you have an English that has 4 relics, it's the resources are incredibly good. Yeah, look at that. GG's. Yeah, China is just better than English in everything. Yo, Barca, how are you doing? Glad to have you here, man. We're just testing a fast castle build that I'm doing with English. So far, we've won both the games we've played. And yeah, it seems pretty strong. We just won against Byzantines, which is a terrible matchup, and we just won against China, which is the best civ in the game. La Gran has Las granjas de hecho te dan más comida que los ciervos cuando eres inglés. Y no tienes que salir de tu base. Entonces es mucho más safe. No te pueden hacer raids ni nada. Now we have an English mirror. English mirror is pretty boring, if I say so myself. Why? Because both want to go for 2TC, and then it's just like a standoff of macro. We'll see how that goes. Oh, he's trying to do the same thing. Incredible. I've had a couple of matches where people go this way and then around just so they can get behind my scout. So now what I did is just to do a turn in the middle of the map so I can avoid getting cocked by his scout. Kind of worked out. Go. In this matchup, I'm wondering if going White Tower would be the best choice here. I think I might go for the other landmark instead. Because he won't have, well, that depends. Let's see what he goes for. If he goes for stone, which means he's going to TC, then I'll go for the TC landmark. If not, then I'm going White Tower. Okay, he's number 130 on the ladder, so this one's a pretty good player. Let's see how we do against him. Let's do it here. Okay, let's see what he's doing. Got his sheep. Okay, he is going for stone. So in that case, I'm still going for fast castle, but I'm going for the for the Abbey of... What's its name again? The TC landmark. His TC might be here. So this is good. He's following my king, which is good for me because I don't want to build a tower here. That would delay my fast castle. Oh wow, he went for second TC on the deer, which is interesting. I am delaying his fast castle by a bit, which is good. That is already pretty good damage. King's Palace, it's the name. I always forget the name. So he's got a bit of a lead because he got one of my he's got the TC up faster than me. I'm not gonna go for a stables first because he will have the white tower, so I won't have anything to harass. I'm going for the monastery instead. Oh, I don't want to lose the scout. I don't want to lose the scout. I did lose the scout. It's fine. Okay, he's going for a 30C. Now I'm going for knights because he won't have any protection against them. The bad thing about going for these many TCs is that he will not have, he still hasn't got a single farm from what I can gather. And now he doesn't have protection against my knights. Yeah, like that. So he may be 3 TC, but he's gonna lose a lot of shit. Now he doesn't have gold. I'm gonna send those to the top mine just to see if he's mining there. You already got that one. I'm gonna build that third TC. Now we're going to archers, and he's gonna have an issue. That's a lot of damage. See what I mean? He went for a deer, but now he has no farms. And I'm already up like up. Yeah, he has to go for berries. I don't wanna lose any knights. Let's keep pumping those. And I have not received a single bit of rate of damage on my base. Wait, what are my guys doing? back. Oh, I didn't want to lose that many knights. TC. He doesn't have mobility, so I'm just gonna go around. I'm gonna distract him with my longbows on the front, and then I'm going to the back. Continue making farms. He's distracted on the front. I cleared like 1,000 of his villagers on the back. Wow. Now we start making barracks. I have way too much he doesn't see my knights because he's being annoyed by the alerts Now I'm gonna go Imperial. Wow, I didn't have my economic upgrades yet. I want to make a market because I want to go to castle, to Imperial, so it's better if I just save that gold. Actually, I need more gold because I'm gonna need a bunch of upgrades once I reach that. Okay, so it's just a matter of time before he runs out of steam. GG. Yeah, the 3TC was incredibly greedy from his part. So that was interesting because now we got a game where we are going English versus English, and he did the standard English build, which is Abbey of Kings, 2TC, and then either White Tower or the third TC. And I went for the fast castle build, which I'm making, and I still beat him. That third TC was incredibly greedy. He went for that and then got wrecked by knights. And the bad thing about going spearmen against knights against English is that then you're building into the counter, into what longbows counter. So knights plus longbows was a pretty good response from my part. You can see the resource gathered. I'm ahead the whole time, even though he's 3 TC. Let's see the villager count. Yeah, he lost a bunch of builds. He was ahead for a while because he went to TC way sooner than me. I went to TC here in the Castle Age, and then I just kept raiding and raiding, and he never came back from that. I built a third TC somewhere here, but I was just too ahead by that point. I had 3 relics, I think, and the 3 sacred sites. He never managed to get out of his base. That was a pretty good game. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think this might become the meta for English in the coming days. We'll see. This build is pretty strong. So now I'm glad we had this game, because now we have 2 variations. We have the variation with White Tower, and we have the variation with King's Palace. And both have been turning out pretty well. Those relics to make all the difference? Yeah, relics are fucking strong. And it's not just the relics. The sacred sites also give you, I think, 100 gold per minute or something like that. So I actually thought about it, and that is why the relic count is sometimes higher than it should. And that's because relics, the relic count also accounts for sacred sites. I forgot tithe barns as well. So yeah, English is looking pretty good. What am I gonna be cooking next? I have a bunch of options. I am actually not sure what I'm gonna do next. I could do a Byzantines Hypodrome build, or I was thinking of doing a series of videos where I do builds for civilizations that only need to make 1 unit. So for example, Royal Knights, French can win with just Royal Knights, and it's a legit strategy that people use even in pro play. Mongols, do some Mongols? Yeah, I've never played Mongols in my life. I don't think I would do pretty good doing Mongols. I could practice. There are a lot of civs that I don't know how to play properly. So for now, I'm trying to focus on the ones I know best. So that's English, Lancaster, Rus, Japanese. I've played a bit. French as well, JD. But other things like China, sushi, Ottomans, Delhi, that shit I've never played before. So, but I'll be practicing some. Byzantines I've never played before either, but I wanna practice a Hypotron build for them. I think that I might do that next. That or the Royal Knights only build. We'll see. I might even do a poll. I can do a poll if you guys like on YouTube, and we'll see what people want the most. House of Lancaster. This is gonna be interesting. So we are on Rocky River. On Rocky River, we always go for the center because sheep spawn along the river line. So yeah, he's going that way. He might even go for my whole side, so I'm gonna go that way and then go around. I've seen some people make 2 scouts on this map. No, he's not gonna fall for that. So yeah, he did go for what I said, so I'm gonna go around. I don't know if he saw me, but wow, 2 sheep. That is rough. So this one is an unranked player. So what I think is going on is that he might be high Gilo, but he hasn't done his placement matches yet. Alright. What would be the correct approach here? The thing with Lancaster is they have so many options. They can hunker down, they can 2TC, they can do 9 manners, they can play aggressive. I'm not sure what he might be going for. We'll have to see if he's going 9 manners. I might have to. I might have to do the build I did just now, which is the 2TC build. So fast castle into 2TC with 2 stables. Actually have to cancel one of those so I can make a house. By the way, I was having audio issues yesterday. Let me know if you can hear me well now. Oh, I have so much shit that I'm having trouble clicking the villagers. Alright. So he puts his scout there just so he can see. Wow, he didn't scout for shit. Look at all this. He did a very bad job by scouting. He put his scout there, so he probably knows that I'm going for his stone. I need to see where his manors are. Okay, he went for 3 manors. Now we have to see where he is. Oh, he has a really bad gold. His gold must be somewhere here. I'm gonna go for the King's Palace. It's going for fast castle. Oh my god, I didn't want to lose that at all. That is bad. Okay, you got one, but that's all right. I need to go for stables first, because otherwise I would like to go for for monastery first always, but because he has demi-lancers out, which is the crazy thing about Lancaster, then I need to make some units. Okay, let's go for a monastery. We need to find their demi-lancers. Okay, he's going crossbows. That is very interesting. In that case, I'll go for this one. And I'm gonna go for crossbows myself. Might go horseman instead. He's going crossbow men at arms, so I will do crossbow horseman. Oh my god, that is not good. Lancaster is truly something. You doing? I have to play defense for now. He's only 3 manners. I don't think he has more than that with the amount of units he's producing. I'm actually gonna go raid with these and defend myself with just crossbows. I'm gonna go for a third TC because otherwise I'm gonna fall behind on eco. Oh, nice. He got locked up on the other side. This is the best thing about cavalry. Now we have an issue, and it's that he's 5 relics. He has spearmen and crossbows, so I'm gonna stop making crossbows and I'm gonna go for... Oh my god, I hate berries. And I'm gonna go for what's it called? Longbows now. I don't think he's 2TC, I'm not sure. But he might be 9 manners. Whoa, I thought I'd move those away. Need a lot more gold. Let's see what he has. Oh man. Okay, I think he's going for he's got a bunch of shit. A bunch of shit. I'm gonna start moving towards his base, and I'm gonna build a 30C here. Oh my god, that is terrible. He's trying to get this gold. I'll try to prevent that from happening. He's out of food. That's very good for me. Now I need to switch into men at arms. Uni. Let's go. Okay, this is not good. But I think we might got it. That's a lot of loot. We need this fast. Really, really fast. He's trying to look for damage, but thankfully for me I have I don't think I need more builds. Yeah, we're in big trouble, but breaking English is pretty hard to do, so let's see if we can do something about this. That ability is crazy. Okay, nice. It's very nice for us. Alright. How do we break a Lancaster player? Let's see. think we might need some mangonels. Oh wow, that is interesting. Now we need a market. Oh my god. That is pretty annoying. It's got a bunch of each. Oh, that ability is fucking crazy, man. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting slug. I think I'm gonna go for a last push here, and if that doesn't work, then I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah. GG. Lancaster is very interesting. He went for 3 manors into fast castle. And then he did he produced a bunch of units, so he could deny my relics. So the issue here is that he was 5 relics, so he never ran out of gold. He even had a gold here. He was just taking my gold. And geomen are just fucking crazy. That ability is way too good. I'm not sure how I could deal with that as English. I think as English, it's just better to feudal rush House of Lancaster, in my opinion. Yeah, look at that. He had a way bigger army because he doesn't need villagers, he just needs manors. So he was 40 pop up on me on just military. Yeah, he was always ahead because he had manors. That is crazy. That is just fucking crazy from House of Lancaster. Let's see the resources. So up until Imperial, he has better eco because manors, even though I'm 2 TC, so that's crazy. And then on Imperial I had a slight advantage because of the farms. But him getting 5 relics was the issue. Whole strat? You mean the which strat? The Men at Arms rush? Lancaster manors? Yeah, Lancaster manors are broken. That's the issue with House of Lancaster. I'm gonna play one more and then I'm gonna call it. I think I could do an Earth Guard rush Sam. Or maybe a Hoveler's build, we'll see. Let's see which map we get and we'll see what we can go for. I'm gonna play one more and then I'm gonna call it. Alright, Gorge. Let's see which sieve we get. If we get Ruse, because Ruse is very common here, we'll go for a Hoveler's build. If not, we can go for a Men at Arms Rush. We'll see what we get. Should be a quick one this time. I wanna play through another slug. Okay, JD. JD is gonna be hard. I don't think I can do the Men at Arms Rush here, so I'm gonna try something else. Or actually, I think I can. But this time we're gonna do this. Every time we get a fast castle sieve, sorry, a knight sieve. Okay, he went that way, so I'm gonna go the other way. I still need to know where his gold mine is, so... Okay. Forward gold mine, that is perfect for us. That is perfect for us. Scout is here. We're gonna go for 3 spears. He will need to react in some way, because villagers cannot kill 3 spears. He didn't get enough. Oh my god, I almost got one. Oh, I did get one. I didn't expect to get him, but alright. Not gonna complain. Okay. Very good start. He's going into wood, so he will probably defend himself with spears, probably. We'll see. We'll go for the castle. Oh, interesting. Chamber of Commerce. So he's gonna go trade. That is fine, because I'm gonna go hovelers. Oh my god, leave that. So now I gotta figure out where his... I'm gonna go 3 manors into hovelers. Let's see how that works out. He's got a tower there, so I'm gonna park my spearmen somewhere around. The neutral market. First I've got to find it. Let's see where it is. Okay, that good. Now we run. We're gonna get these berries first, because I will probably get knights incoming sometime soon. Let's see if he suicides. He did not. A knight might come here anytime soon, so I'm gonna take those berries first. And then we'll go castle. He's most likely trading here. Yeah, he's trading here because the other one is here. I'm a bit worried about knights coming this way, but I think we got it. Go King's College. And now we go double stable. And we're gonna get relics next. So he saw me aging up. But I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah, there they are. Nice. There were 2 knights coming my way. He's not gonna chase, but I'm already going that way. Now we start spamming hovelers. There they are. And I'm gonna start scaling into barracks in the back. Need to keep running. I'm gonna get these safe relics first, just because he has a lot of knights. And then I'll go for the other ones. I get that board next. Okay, he walled himself off pretty well. We need to start scaling into manors. Oh my god, that is bad. That is pretty bad. I lost a lot of builds there. Okay, now he's in trouble because I got spears there. Nice. That was great. Very great. I need a bunch of food now. Wow, I did get his knights. Nice. Okay, so I got a bunch of oh, I didn't notice that JD was there. That is bad. I'm gonna have to start making earth guards instead. He's focused there, so I might get a bunch of big kills here. Yes, nice. That's very nice. Okay, now I'm getting somewhere. Okay, don't have enough for that. I need to go into crossbows now. But I need way more food so I can do that. He's very busy with the micro. I need way more food than I have. Not good. Wow, he's stuck there. This is kind of hard because he's been trading this whole time. And JD's been gaining a lot of XP. I think that might be GG. Yeah, that's G. Nice. JD is pretty good. I just think the Hoveler rush was not the best play here. I should have gone into knights instead straight away, because my knights do more damage against his knights. So going Hovelers was just what lost me the game. I think it should have been knights plus spears or knights plus geoman to counter his crossbows. Yeah, this should have been an easy one, but yeah. I wanted to see if Hovelers were were good. Yeah, hovelers did nothing. This is what happens when you go hovelers into that. I actually was ahead on Eco. Actually, not that much. He had a lot of gold. And we were tied on villagers. Yeah, I think the issue was just the hovelers. The hovelers were the mistake. Just an army comp issue. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. Next week, I'll upload the English Fast Castle video. That would be the build that we did for the first 3 games. Or 4 games, I don't know how many. So yeah, watch out for that one. Those 3 games were pretty good. I only lost the one against Lancaster. I'm not sure what English can do here if it goes to Imperial, because I think Geomen are just way better in Imperial than longbows because of the sync shot ability. So here I'm not really sure what I could have done better. I think I should have just go for a feudal all-in instead of playing fast castle, because the Lancaster castle can just spawn a bunch of shit to cover his fast castle. So yeah, still pretty good games. Next week we'll do the English build. And yeah, I'm not sure which build to go for next. I'll probably post a poll to see what you guys want, and we'll see from there. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming, and see you next time.